It's Rebecca here of Sweet Potato Yogis. We're going to get started on the mat or on the floor, just wherever you got some space to move around. You're going to step your feet about hip distance to shoulder distance apart, and then go ahead and come down into a squat like me. You can rest your elbows on your knees or your thighs. If this is too much already, coming down, if you're laughing at me, right? You can grab a bolster or some blocks and just slide them underneath you like a chair. And so if you even want to do this from a chair and just take this video as far as you can, that's great. You can modify everything from a chair, actually. But if you can come down into this Malasana yogi squat, this is where we're going to begin. And then once you're down here, just look around wherever you are. Take in, just take it in. So looking around, if you have windows, look out the windows. If you can take your yoga practice outside, or maybe go outside instead. And as you're looking around, shift your weight from side to side. And start to notice the heat building in your ankles, your calves, maybe your shins. And if you feel like you can lower your hands down to the floor, go ahead and put your hands down on the floor. And when you look behind you, you'll notice you're twisting a little bit. So go ahead and look behind you, one direction or the other, and take a few breaths. Notice how your weight might be shifted to one side, and that's totally okay. But then just slowly shift your weight back into both feet evenly. And start to breathe into your belly. Just a couple more breaths. Maybe twisting a little bit further on your exhales. One more big breath in. And last exhale here, if you want to twist just a little bit deeper, maybe look behind you some more. And come back through center. We're going to forward fold. So push into your hands on the floor and lift up your butt. You can keep your hands on the floor or put your hands on your legs. Maybe walk them a little higher if this feels pretty tight. Then heel toe your feet out a little bit more, so a little wider. Okay, bend your knees. And then just start to drop your chin towards your chest. Okay, so as you drop your chin down, you'll feel more of a stretch in the whole posterior chain, everything from the bottoms of your feet to the back of your head. And go ahead and relax a little bit more. Easier said than done for sure, but maybe your shoulders drop heavier, maybe your hands can slide further down. And then notice if you're not breathing. Like I just wasn't breathing for sure. I just started holding my breath. And that's okay. But just if you notice yourself needing to breathe a little bit, just start to invite that in. Belly to thighs. The spread of the lower back. And put a little bend in your knees, everybody here, and we're just gonna rock gently from side to side. One more breath in. Stay for one more breath out. Drop your head a little heavier. Shake out your head. And then turn your toes out to the side slightly and sit your hips back down for that Malasana yogi squat, because we still got to twist the other way. So bring your hips down. Oh, hey, so yoga is not always comfortable, but we do it so that way we have more comfort in everyday activities, right? We do the hard thing now so everything else feels easier later. Again, you can always sit on something if your hips are feeling tight here. Maybe the second round you want to sit on a bolster. In fact, I'm going to do that. So you would sit on something here. Oh, Okay, so a couple belly breaths. And then we're gonna twist the other way. So your hands can be on the floor or your elbows can be on your thighs. But we're just gonna turn the other way. Looking behind you. Real cute, coy, demure. I don't think people say that anymore. But anyway, just looking behind you and noticing that twist. And start to breathe deeply. See if you can keep your weight shifting into both feet equally. The tendency is to shift towards where we're looking. Last few breaths. Maybe lift your chest up a little more. Feel the length of your spine. And just take one more full breath in. And exhale, twist even more. Okay, come back through center on your next breath in, and you guessed it, forward fold. So put your hands on the floor, lean forward into them, and push the ground away to lift your hips up. Now heel toe your feet out even further. Just step, step, step until your feet are pretty heckin' wide, even out towards the outer edges of the yoga mat here, lengthwise. And then start to bend your chest down towards the ground, hinging at the hips. Now here you can definitely bend your knees a little bit. You don't have to be straight. In fact, let's bend the knees. So just bend your knees here a little bit, a couple inches, and then rock your weight forward and backward. As you're doing that, spread your toes out, maybe look forward, push into your hands. You know, you can take an inhale and feel the length of your spine here. And as you exhale, you might fold a little deeper, bend your elbows. You can keep rocking your feet if that feels good. Take a couple more. Inhale, lift up your heart, really long spine. And then exhale, fold back down. Again, maybe while still rocking. It's a little coordination challenge. But rocking is really good for your nervous system. It's a little somatic movement. Let's do one more breath. So inhaling, rocking forward, maybe even still rolling the weight forward and back in the toes. And then exhale, fold back down. And this time, walk your hands over to the right foot. All right, so just as slow as you want, coming over to the right foot. Probably not going to reach the right foot, so don't worry about that. Just get as far as you can. If you want to hold your ankle, you're welcome to, but it'll probably mess up your balance to do that. But, you know, it's there for you if you want. A little challenge. And as you're here, keep pushing into your left foot. All right, so squeeze your left kneecap up and push that left heel into the floor. And notice how that shifts your hips slightly. And look at your right foot and push the outside, the pinky toe side of your right foot, push that down into the ground. So that really lights up the whole outside edge of the right leg, turning on that strength. Let's just be here for 2 or 3 more breaths, really active legs. Inhale. Keep pushing with the left and the right outer foot. Exhale. And do that one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe folding a little deeper at the bottom of that exhale. Now walk your hands back through center. Go ahead and bend your knees and just shift your weight again forward and backward in your feet. You can heel toe your feet a little different distance, soften them, wiggle the toes. And we're gonna go to the other side, my friends. So straighten out your legs pretty well and start to walk your hands towards your left leg. And of course, if you need to bend your knees, then bend your knees. Right, no worries. But if you can,
be here with your knees bent pretty easily, then start to think about pushing your inner thighs back, spiraling your sitting bones open. Okay. And again, if you want to challenge your balance and lightly hold onto your left heel for a moment, your left ankle with your left hand. Maybe both. I don't know. We didn't do both on the other side, probably. I didn't need anyway. But yeah, if you can do it, do it. There's really no rules on the mat. But let's start to find the strength of the legs. So squeeze through your right thigh first and push your right foot into the floor. So notice as you push your right foot down, your hips shift slightly over, more centered between your feet. Okay, and now push your left outside edge of the foot down. You might see your inner left arch rise up a little bit more, and that's cool. Right? If you don't, that's okay too. Now take 2 or 3 breaths here. As you exhale, maybe fold a little closer into your left thigh. And keep pushing into your feet. Strong and active legs. Okay. And then when you are ready, you get that final degree of bend at your waist, then start to come back through center. And one more time, bend your knees a little bit here, shift your weight forward and backward. Okay. Now heel toe your feet in some more so you feel like, well, you just feel like you have them underneath you, right? You feel more in control in your legs. Go ahead and bend through both of your knees pretty deeply. Come up to your fingertips, look forward, lengthen your spine as you inhale. And then exhale, fold back down. It's a little different feeling here. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, just get a little energy. Exhale, fold back down. And one more time, just breathing in, lengthening up the chest. And fold as you exhale. Ha. Okay, so bend your knees even more. Walk your hands up to your thighs, okay? And then push into your hands and lift up your chest. Breathe in, come up to stand. Inhale. Shoulders back, exhale to Tadasana, mountain pose. Just shift your gaze out in front of you, forward. Notice what you see. Take a big breath in, spread your fingers. And hands to heart as you exhale. Have a really beautiful day, sweet potatoes, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.